Hello everyone and welcome to CFA Guru. This is part 3 of reading 7. Now, in this part, we will see the portfolio return measurement. So, what is portfolio return measurement? It measures the performance of your investments. For this, we will use the concept of holding period return, which is return that an investor earns over a specified holding period. HPR is equal to P1 minus P0 plus D1 the whole upon P0, where P1 is the price received at end of the holding period, P0 is the initial investment, and D1 is the cash paid by investment at the end of holding period, for example, such as dividend. Now, HPR is for calculating the return over a certain holding period, as I said, but there are few things that we need to consider before moving on. Now, HPR doesn't take into account the additions or subtraction of cash during holding period. It is just for a certain holding period and it will give you the return rate, but it doesn't take into account the addition or subtractions happen during this holding period. So practically many additions and withdrawals are done over the holding period. Thus, to calculate the return, we have two types of portfolio return measurement tools. The first is money weighted rate of return, which is effectively the IRR of the investment itself. So we have done the IRR part in part 2. So if you want, the video is linked below and you can go and watch the video to know more about IRR. And the second one is time weighted rate of return. The time-weighted rate of return measures the compound rate of growth of $1 initially invested in the portfolio over a stated measurement period. Let's learn the steps and understand this time-weighted rate of return using an example. Let's say an investor A invested $1 million in mutual funds at month 0. After a month, the portfolio is valued at $1.16 million, at which point he added another $100,000, bringing the total value to $1.26 million. Now, by the end of third month, the investment is valued at $1.19 million. So, basically, month 2 doesn't have any change. Let's see the steps to calculate this using the time-weighted rate of return. First, we have to do is price the portfolio immediately prior to any significant addition or withdrawal of funds. In this example, we have $1 million at month 0 as the initial value, where there is no addition or withdrawal has occurred before. Now we have to calculate the holding period return for each period. So the formula is here, and we have calculated the holding period for month 1, which comes to 0.1624, and for month 3, which comes to negative 0.0588. Now, since there is no change in month 2, we don't have to calculate holding period return for that month. We just have to calculate the holding period returns for the months where there has been a change in the value. Thus, now to calculate the time-weighted rate of return, the following formula is given, which is 1 plus the HPR of first period into 1 plus the HPR of second period, and so on. The whole raised to 1 by y, which is basically the yth root of this, and subtracting 1 later, where number of n is basically the number of sub-periods, which is divided based on the change in value of portfolio. For example, here we have 2 sub-periods, which is month 1 and month 3. Y is the number of years. So here we are dealing with 1 year only. So Y is 1. And HPR is holding period return calculated for nth sub-period. Now let's solve this. As you can see, 1 plus 0.624 and 1 plus minus 0.05 will give you 1.16 into 0.9411. And as you can see, we have raised the power to 1 by 1, which is 1 only. So no change after raising the power. So we get the answer as 9.4% to be the time-weighted rate of return. In the reference sheet for this reading 7, which is linked below this video as well as all the parts of reading 7, there is a table showing difference between money-weighted and time-weighted rate of return. So I request you to please go through it, and that's all for this video.